Today we're out at Lakeshore Preserve in St. Michael, and we're actually going to check out a Hanson Builders home. And the representative is here, so we're going to ask her some questions and kind of talk about the build process. Let's go. Well, we're out at Lakeshore Preserve here in St. Michael, and I'm with Sarah at Hanson Builders, and we're just talking about the community and what it's like to build with Hanson.
Lakeshore Preserve kind of filled a niche in the St. Michael market. St. Michael School District is really a highly desired school district in the state, so we're seeing a lot of people come out here to be part of this district. And Hanson has filled that niche of that move-up home that would give a buyer a custom home building experience.
And so how would the build process differ for a custom build with Hanson versus like something like more of a production builder?
Once we determine the best lot for your buyers, the best floor plan for them, we will sit down, build what I call your dream home on paper. We start there, and then once we narrow it down and finalize that, we convert that into a purchase agreement. Then you're going to get an invite to spend a day at our design studio. That day is spent reviewing your blueprints, adding in electrical and low voltage. Then you are spending the rest of the day in the design studio. They bring in lunch for you and putting the entire home together. What's nice about Hanson Builders is it's all in one location. You're not going a spot here to do tile, a spot here to do carpet, another one for paint. Everything is in one location, which makes a really nice cohesive home. One thing, this neighborhood was so successful that we decided to continue building in St. Michael, and we've now have a new neighborhood just north of Lakeshore Preserve called Lakeshore Park.
Okay.
What's fantastic about this area is it's kind of built around a natural lake called Gons Lake. So we do have a beautiful canoe dock on the lake. We've got walking trails around the wetlands of the lake, and those walking trails are going to connect to a brand new city park coming in this summer, right between the two neighborhoods, and that park is on the north side of the lake. Both communities have their own community pool.
Okay, so they're going to be kept separate then?
They are.
When I'm working with buyers as well, I like to ask them, if they're looking for a lookout or a walkout, which on the map here is labeled LO and WO, and then we also have the full basement. And so if, different people are certainly looking for different elevations, and a lot of it comes back to how they're going to use the home. So I find that people that want the walkout, typically it's like they have pets and they want that ease of access out the back. Or I know Hanson does a really great plan where they put the patio door on the side, and so you can get out that way, which is nice. I think it's also great to look at the lot and say, okay, what plan is going to fit on here, because lot size vary, of course, and so you want to pick out one that's going to be wide enough. Typically your ramblers are going to be wider lots, whereas your 2 stories can be built on smaller ones. And if you're adding a sport court, you want to take that into effect.
We have seen more and more sport court homes being sold because of the way people are now spending more time in their homes. They're not traveling quite as much.
And so if someone's interested in building, maybe a Bonneville, but you don't have the Bonneville in this community, what do you do in that case?
So I do send them a photo tour, but I always also try to pull up in our system to see where a Bonneville is being built, or a Bonneville that might be an inventory that somebody can walk through.
Yeah, we've seen that a lot in the past, where you'll have the professional photos of examples of different finishes, maybe a Matterport 360 tour, and then hopefully, there's another one that's built somewhere that the person can go check that out in person and then say, okay, we're going to build this house, but we're going to put it on this lot in this community. And for a lot of people, I think that helps with visualization, because it's hard to just look at this plan and the renderings and say, oh yeah, that would work for me. But when you're in the space, it's like, oh wow, this is perfect. Or you might see aspects of one home that you want to incorporate into another. And I know with Hanson, that is something that you can do. Yeah, so for those that aren't familiar, when you purchase a new home that's a custom build, you're actually going to do what's called construction financing. So you're going to close on the lot, and then periodically throughout the build, you're going to do draws, and you'll be paying interest on that. So that is different than a process if you were going to purchase from like a production builder, where it's a closing is at the end. And so there are a variety of different financing finance options available, and typically at the end you would do a permanent loan, which would just wrap it into like a typical mortgage that you're used to. But it is important to know that there is that interest cost that is accrued.
So right now, once we determine the lot, we've picked the best floor plan, put in the best options for your family. We'd be starting your home at the beginning of the summer, June timeframe approximately, with completion by the end of the year.
So what are the popular trends that people are really looking for right now?
Well, this home features a lot of what we see going in many of our homes, and it's the lighter wood floors. Yep. That modern farmhouse design is very popular. Different wood species of islands too, from walnut to knotty alder to the rift white oak. We're seeing a lot of different wood islands. We're seeing a lot of accent colors in cabinets too.
Okay, I see you've got the double ovens. That's a must.
Absolutely, yeah.
We have those in our home, and my wife said every home we ever have will always have double ovens.
You can never go back now once you've hit it.
Exactly.
That's right.
The wood here is site finished, and so can you kind of talk about like the importance and how to know the difference?
Like I was saying, when you walk into a model home, it's easy to get wowed by the decorating. I mean, I do it myself, like, oh wow, I love that piece of furniture. But sometimes you start to overlook the details of the house. And one of the most important details, I think, that you see every day when you're living in your home, your cabinets. So these are custom cabinets instead of individual boxes. And our woodwork, when you go and look at the woodwork, like I remember one of the first times I met Dean Hanson, he goes, feel this, he goes, it's smooth as silk. And he's so proud of his woodwork because it's all site finished, meaning you're not going to see the miter corners, you're not going to see the nail holes with the putty covering up the nail hole, you're not going to see any gaps. Everything is sealed up with caulk, and the corners are sanded and enameled on site. In this home, we have a working office up front with a built-in countertop, great homework station for the kids. This home has that open dining area here, plus seating for 6 around this fantastic island, and then opens up to the great room. Off the back too is kind of that quiet place that you need in your home. It's the sunroom off the back. And then we also have views to the sport court. With busy families, mudrooms are really important part of the home. It's where the traffic flow comes in, so we have an awesome mudroom with a built-in boot bench. Upstairs, our upper level features a beautiful owner's retreat with double doors that lead into a really spacious owner's retreat, and that leads into a fantastic owner's bathroom with this huge walk-in shower, private water closet, beautiful freestanding soaking tub and his and her vanities, and a beautiful walk-in closet with an organizer. The laundry room too has built-ins in it, folding counter, linen closet right in the laundry room. We offer the Jack and Jill bath upstairs and a junior suite. Then downstairs, we've got a fantastic family room with a built-in wet bar. Perfect for entertaining down there, another 3/4 bathroom, and our very popular 2-story sports center.
So here we are in the mechanical room. With a larger home like this, what a lot of times you're going to see is dampers here for the different floors, and you can either do that mechanically like it's set up as well, otherwise some of them are going to have where it's computer controlled, and there's just a little motor that's going to change the damper for you. And so that's called zone heating and cooling. What it allows you to do is basically level out the different areas of your home, and so heat naturally wants to rise, and this will allow you to keep your basement at a more similar temperature than your top level. But as homes are getting sealed up so tight and very efficient, what we need to do is add in an air exchange system like this, and that's going to circulate the air. Here we've got they've done a nice water manifold system here, nicely labeled with and made out of PEX. And then in this corner over here we've got a fun box. So when you build new construction, a lot of times what will happen is you'll have a box similar to this, and that's where all your low voltage is getting routed to. And so you could place your router in here. Otherwise, you can do what we have here. And so this is actually controlling all of the audio and video for the home. This particular house has a control system called Elan, and so you can do audio and video distribution, sending signals out to all of the different TVs and the built-in speakers throughout the house. And then you can also put your home networking equipment in there, and it's a nice clean look. On a custom build, a lot of times you're going to have options functions such as Alarm, which is what we see here. Other ones would be Crestron, Control4, or like an Alarm.com system. But basically we're looking at a tablet on the wall here in which we're able to control our security, the climate, the different media, so we can control the TVs, the built-in speakers, we can see the different cameras, and so in some houses you may also see lighting, and you can do different lighting control right on the tablet as well. If you're thinking about building a new home, contact us today. We can help guide you through the home buying process. We know what to look for, and we've worked with all the builders in the area in the past, so we have great relationships, and we're happy to help you out. Contact us today. Check us out on our website, doylerealestateteam.com.